Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I did this look today, and this is just almost like a copper slash orangey reddish kind of look, and I just wanted to do a little bit more on the eyes today. Very coppery reddish color that you can do with one of the palettes here that I'm using, and I hope you guys enjoy this video, and just please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. Okay, so today I'm gonna start off with doing something a little bit different. I am gonna do my eyebrows first, and then I'm gonna go in with priming my lids and then going into doing my eyes first. So let me go ahead and just do my eyebrows real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so my eyebrows are already done. So the next thing I'm gonna do is actually just prime my lids first. And the way that I'm gonna be priming my lids, it's using a Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. And this is in the color Eden. It's really good to set your eyelids with a primer just because that way the eyeshadow will last longer. So that's why I like to use primers occasionally. What I'm going to be doing is using this on the eyelids, and when I put it on the eyelids, I just want to make sure that I'm shaping the bottom again and just cleaning up any of the insides here too. So I'm going to be putting this on, but when I put it on, you have to be very quick when putting it on and blending it with your beauty blender, just because it does dry super quick. So if you don't go in there with the beauty blender, it'll dry and it's gonna be really hard to blend out. So this part I'm just gonna go a little bit quicker just because I wanna make sure that it sets perfectly. So and I did put my hair in a ponytail. This way my hair is not in the way, because usually my hair gets in the way when I'm doing my makeup. I'm also just gonna go back in with my concealer and just clean the bottom part of my eyebrows really quickly. I'm just gonna go back in there again and just make sure that I don't have any creases, because again, I'm gonna be setting this. And that was one of the questions that I got in the comments box, was about the setting. When I was setting my foundation yesterday, when it comes to setting, all you're doing is just putting the powder on there so it makes your makeup last longer. And for me, it works out a lot better because I am oily, so it just helps control the oil just a bit, so that way I don't get as oily as I would without putting on a powder. So just FYI. Now I'm gonna set my eyeshadow, and I'm gonna use the CoverFX that I used yesterday, and I'm just gonna use that on the beauty blender as well. Just a little bit. Just to set that. And the reason why I set this with powder is because if you start going in right away with the eyeshadow, then you may have some crease lines there, so you always want to just set whatever you have here, either if it's concealer or primer, just set it with some sort of powder, so that way it blends easier and you don't have those creases in there. This is by Juvia, and this is the saharan one, and it's this color. They have quite a variety of these, and they are pretty inexpensive. At Ulta you can get these. You can also find it on their website, but in Ulta you can get them, and they're $20. I know that right now Ulta's having a sale, and I believe they're even cheaper right now. But these are so pigmented. I got this as a gift and I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it just because it's very pigmented. So these are the shadows. They're so pretty. Pretty little colors here, as you can see. And the color I'm going to be using today is this one right here on the bottom. This one's called Casina. And I'm going to zoom you into my eye really quick so you can see. Okay, now to first blend that out, the brush that I'm going to be using, this is another Morphe brush, and this is E23 brush. You can't really see it right now, it's not on focus, but this is the E23 brush, and I'm going to go in with that color I referred to earlier, and I'm going to put that all over my lid. I'm just going to blend that back and forth. So sorry about the lighting, guys. It is the weather right now. It is very gloomy out there. It rained last night, which is very rare in Arizona. It really doesn't rain that much here. But yes, we do get rain. Okay, so next up I'm going to be taking this color right here. Right there. And it is Juvia. And I'm going to take this in this is a BH Cosmetics brush, and this is in V5. The BH Cosmetics and the Morphes, you can get those again at Ulta and also on their websites, but Ulta usually the best way to go because you can just combine them with different promotions. And I'm going to put that right here and a little bit up here as well. Alrighty, so the last color I'm going to be taking is this color right here. This is like almost like a reddish orangey kind of color, and it's Sokoto. And I'm going to take that in a Morphe E28 brush. And I'll put that in the corner here as well. And as you can see, that is really, really bright. Love it. For the middle, just for this part right here, I'm going to be using the color, this one, Senegal. It's like a gold color almost. And put that inside here as well. That is really pigmented. And sorry guys, it's becoming a mess here, but I'm gonna clean that up in a second. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys. So I did get a lot up here, which I didn't want. That I'm going to clean that up is I'm actually just going to go back into that Morphe E28 brush that I used for that really bright color, and I'm just going to clean up. I don't have anything on here, by the way. I'm just using it to just kind of lightly, whatever product was there, just kind of clean it up a little bit like that. You can see. Same thing on the other end. That way it kind of just blends out at least, so it's not like super harsh. And then I did get some on the bottom, but that's fine because I'm going to be putting on my foundation. So no big deal there. And then this outer part right here kind of faded a little bit because of when I was putting on the glitter. So I'm just going to go back in there and just put some back on there. Now the cool thing about this palette is it literally has like no fallout. Like you'll press it and you think that you won't get any type of product because nothing's falling off. And yet you are really picking up a lot on your brush. So just be very careful with this palette. It's beautiful, but just be very gentle because there's a lot of product that comes on the brush. Alright, so I'm done with the eyes. What I am going to do is just do my eyeliner really quickly, and then I'll be right back. So I already finished my eyes. I went ahead and put some eyeliner on. I was having a little bit of difficulty with the eyeliner. It looks like my Physicians Formula is running out, so I was just trying to get the most ink out of this as possible, just because I do have a couple more Physicians Formula. They're just around the house. I just have to find them. So I did try to get the eyeliner as best as possible here, and then I threw on some fake lashes. So these fake lashes, I know that they're from the brand Coco Lashes, but I don't know the exact name of these lashes. I wore them yesterday, but again, I usually put them away somewhere, like in a little box or something, so I can have my lashes out of the boxes. I don't like to keep them in the boxes, so I don't have the exact name for these lashes, but they are one of the Coco lashes. The duo glue, and this is the black one. And the cool thing about this one is it actually comes in a stick and it's black. So as you've seen in my couple videos, every time I'm doing my eyeshadow, you can see that there's still some glue left from other lash glues that I've used. And this one, I just started using this one right now because the other one actually ran out, and that was House of Lashes, the white glue one, the white glue. But again, that white glue is really strong and it's really hard to get them off of your eyelashes. That's why you always see that there's little stuff in my eyelashes, because it's really hard to take those off. But this one, I've tried it out a couple times. They worked out really well, so I'm going to continue to use this to see how it works. Again, it's black, so it's going to make it easier for me so I don't have those white spots everywhere on my lashes. Farsali in the Unicorn Essence. I tried this on yesterday, which was my first time using it. So far so good. I did get a comment down stating if I liked it. Again, I like it so far, but I think I need to keep wearing it to kind of see if I really like this guy. So I'm gonna try it again today. Take some of that. So obviously this isn't like Instagram, you know, where they do that and they get it all perfect. Mine is not coming out like that, but it's okay. It's okay. So next up is foundation. The foundation I'm going to be using today this is the Maybelline foundation, and this is the 24-hour foundation. I believe that's what it's called. Yes. And this is in the color 128 Warm Nude. So far, I really like this foundation too. So I like this one. The Maybelline Fit Me one is also really good. Those are some of my favorite drugstore ones that I like to use. This one's like this is like perfect on my skin, like the perfect color. So I think this is why I like this one the most, because every time I go shopping for foundations, I can never get that exact color or close to it. And this is probably the closest I've gotten. So it's really good. Brushes from Ulta, and this is the Airbrush Smoothing Foundation number 102. I'm also going to be working on moving my desk over to, I have a makeup room where I have makeup, but I also have gym equipment in there. I want to move things around a little bit so you guys don't see the gym equipment in there, because it's not a cute view. But that's going to be my task for today, is to try to move the desk that I have back here that I use for my computer, and I'm going to put it in my room. Alrighty, so for the concealer and the contour, I'm actually going to change it up a little bit. I'm actually going to go ahead and use, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Contour Cream Kit. And it looks like this. You have the contour on this side and the concealers on this side. Any concealer brush. I mix all three of them in, but it's preference. I mean, if whatever works best for you guys. I just like to mix all three of them in. And I'll just put it down there. The contour, I'm going to use these three again. I'm just going to mix them in, and I'm just going to use any little concealer brush as well and just dip into all three of them, and then again contour and down my nose. Use my beauty blender, just blend in the concealer. Though the best color out of this palette though would have to be this one right here. It's called Eye Man, and it almost like a frosty color. Let me see if I can show you guys. Oh, it's like really bright actually, but it looks so good, like really good, like almost like a highlight, like a blue highlight. I don't know if you can kind of see, but it is gorgeous. So I've used it a couple times, and sometimes I'll pack it on top of other shadows to make it stand out more. So it's a really good color. I love that one. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the contour. Contouring, I'm gonna be using this guy here. I did clean them, so yay me, they're all clean. And my other brushes though, they are being cleaned, so they're not out here. I'm using different ones, but this one was able to dry out in time. So now my contour did come out a little bit darker here, so I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and just like clean it up a little bit. So it's, there we go, that looks better. All right, so now I'm just gonna make sure there's no creases, and I'm just gonna set my face with some powder. Today is the Tarte powder, and this is in Light Sand, and it's the Amazonian clay powder. So I'm just gonna take this big brush, and this time I'm not gonna bake, I'm just gonna put it all over my face. Alrighty, so now that I set my foundation already, I'm gonna go in with the same brush that I was using to go in with that deep color, the Morphe E28 brush. And and just go on my lower lashes and just put some of that color in there. And I'm taking the color Jamelia. I'm gonna put it down here as well. If you don't want such a strong color down here, you can always use another color that's lighter, or you can always use like maybe a smaller brush if you just want just a little bit showing, but not too much. I like to have a lot showing on the bottom lash, so that's why I use a big fluffy brush. Eyeliner and put it on the bottom. Underneath here, actual bronzer, blush, and the highlight. Again, my little trio I'm going to be using. It's from the Get the Party Started, and this is by Benefit, and it's a trio here. Pretty cool. Comes with the mirror. I used it yesterday. I'm going to use it again. Now the brush I'm going to be using today is the Sephora. This is the Precise Natural Powder brush, and this is one of the big brushes I had. I was trying to find a big brush to do the powder, to do the bronzer, but I wasn't able to get a bigger one, and this is as big as I can find one. I don't personally like these just because they do shed, but it's not a big deal. I just kind of wipe it off. But other than that, it does a good job, but it just sheds, so just be very careful because it's some shedding there. So as you can see, maybe right there, I have a little piece of hair. It shed. Just take it off. Again, only down part about it. Other than that, it does its job. The blush I'm going to be using is this middle one right here. This is the California, and the brush I'm going to be using Aesthetica brush, and it's the P12 one. I believe you can find these on Amazon, but I got this one in the BoxyCharm subscription, so put that in here. And I'm not gonna do too much of this just because I already have a lot of pink going on up here, and I don't want to take away from the eyes. I want the eyes to be what stands out in my makeup, so not too much blush. Good highlight there. Okay, so lastly, I'm gonna do my lips. The lip color I'm going to be using, I don't know if I should use this one or a brown. No, let's use this one. Okay, so this is the Too Faced Melted Latex, and this is in the color Peekaboo. These ones you can also find at Marshall's, and also obviously Sephora and Ulta, but I have seen these at Marshall's, so if you're at Marshall's, go by the makeup section, you'll be able to find these. Now these are so beautiful. The only thing is that they are really sticky, so just not super sticky, but they are quite sticky, so just be careful. But other than that, they're so pretty. Alrighty guys, so this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and just stay tuned for other videos that I'm going to be posting.